Hi students, welcome to NSR IT and NEET Academy. This is the first session of matrices for junior inter students. So in this session we are going to discuss what is the definition of matrices and different type of matrices. So whenever we go to the shopping malls or cinema theaters, we observe the lines or banks also. The people stand to form in a line. So why they form a line? Because our system runs smoothly. Suppose you observe the benches in classroom, they are arranged in rows and columns. You observe the school assembly, the students stand in a line, rows and columns. And also observe inside the cinema theater, the seats are arranged in rows and columns. Why these all arrangements are in rows and columns? Because we can locate our position very easily. Whenever we go to the cinema theater, our ticket name will be as C23 means, so our position at C row in 23rd column. So our position at C row in 23rd column. So without this arrangement we can directly go and sit in our place, we cannot sit. So these arrangements are using to locate our position. So in our daily life also, by using this arrangement we can run the system without any disturbance. So first the English mathematician James Silverstone first invented these matrices. So why I am discussing about this arrangement? Because today our topic matrices also based on these arrangements, means the numbers arranged in rows and columns. So the first James Silverstone introduced this concept matrices. After that his friends Arthur Cayley developed the application of this matrices in 19th century. So we have a lot of applications of matrices. So in our daily life, by using these applications, we are using these applications in research and physics, optics and quantum theory, and also used in statistics. By using these matrices, we are using in statistics, take the data of the population. So mostly in our daily life we are using these matrices. We can find the rate of each and every item by using matrix multiplication. So this is about matrices. So what is the definition of matrices? The rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns is called matrices. So the definition of matrices is matrices or matrix, both are same. So the rectangular arrangement of numbers or the numbers arranged in rectangular. So the rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns is called matrices. The rectangular arrangement of numbers in rows and columns is called matrices. So these matrices we can denote as square brackets, parentheses or open bracket, flower bracket, single mod or double mod brackets. So these all are using to denote this matrices elements. So for our convenience, mostly we are using this square bracket. So this is for example of matrices. So matrices are denoted by capital letters. So the inside the matrices are called elements. So these are denoted by small letters or numbers. These numbers may be complex numbers or real numbers. So already know these horizontal lines are called rows in this matrix. It is denoted by M. And this vertical lines is called columns. denoted by n. Horizontal line is called rows denoted by small m. Vertical lines are called columns denoted by small n. So next, how to write the order of the matrices. So the order of the matrices is denoted by m by n. M into n we can read as m by n. So in our example, how to write the order of the matrix? So how to write order of the matrix? First write number of rows, next into number of columns. So in our example, we have number of rows is 3 and number of columns also 3. So the order of this matrix is 3 by 3. The order of the matrix is 3 by 3. So this is about matrix definition and how to write order of the matrix. Next, general representation of matrix. How to represent a matrix? A equal to Aij m by n. So here m rows and n column matrix. So how to represent this? A equal to, so here I ranges from, I means here rows, j means columns. So I ranges from 1 to m and j ranges from 1 to n. So here how to write the first element? So here first row, first column element. So first row, first column A11. Next first row, second column A12. Next first row, third column, so A13. So here 1 indicates row, here 1, 2, 3 columns. So up to, so this is in first row, so total columns is n, total rows m, total columns n. So last column is n, so last element is 1n. First row, nth column. Next second row, first column A21. Next here second row, second column A22. Second row, third column A23 up to second row, nth column 2n, A2n. So up to right here we have total m rows. So mth row, first column AM1, AM2, mth row, second column. Next mth row, third column up to mth row, nth column. So this element is AMN. So this order of this matrices is m by n. So this is general representation of matrices. We can denote the elements inside the matrices like this: A11, A12, A13, A14, and A21, A22, A23, A24. Next A31, A32, A33, A4. So first one is I is rows and j is column. So this is first row, first column, and this is first row, second column, and this is first row, third column. So this type of arrangement elements in the general representation of a matrices. So next different type of matrices. Okay, now so first one, row matrix. First one, row matrix. Row matrix means a matrix contain only one row. a matrix contain only one row, that matrix is called row matrix. For example, 1 4 6. Observe this matrix. Here we have only one row and 3 columns. So the order of the matrix is 1 by 3. So this matrix have only one row, so this is called row matrix. Next, second one, column matrix. Next, second one, column matrix. A matrix contain only one row is called row matrix. A matrix contain only one column is called column matrix. For example, 1 4 6. Observe here we have 3 rows, but only we have one column. So the order of matrix is 3 by 1. So it is called column matrix. Next, rectangular matrix. In a matrix, the number of rows not equal to number of columns is called rectangular matrix. For example, here 1 2 3 4 5 6. So these are also rectangular matrix because the number of rows not equal to number of columns. So here also, but it have only one row and it have only one column. So that's why it's called row matrix, and that's why it's called column matrix. So this matrix is row matrix and also rectangular matrix. Okay, now why? Because the number of rows not equal to number of columns. So here also we have 2 rows and 3 columns. So the order is 2 by 3. So the number of rows not equal to number of columns is called rectangular matrix. Next, fourth one, square matrix. Opposite to rectangular. The number of rows equal to number of columns. In a matrix, the number of rows equal to number of columns is called square matrix. For example, D is equal to 1 2 3 4. So rows 2 and columns 2. So the order is 2 by 2. So this is a square matrix. For example, this is square matrix of 2 by 2. Suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So this is also square matrix 3 by 3. Suppose we have only one element. This is 1 by 1. This is also square matrix. So square matrix and rectangular matrix mean, rectangular means the number of rows not equal to number of columns is called rectangular matrix. The number of rows in a matrix is equal to number of columns is called square matrix. So in a square matrix, these elements and here also these elements. So this element means A11, A22, A33 and so on. So in a square matrix, these elements are called diagonal elements or principal elements. This is very important point. A11, A12, A11, A22, A33, A44, A55. Okay, now. So in square matrix only the diagonal elements are present, not present these diagonal elements in rectangular matrix in other matrices. Okay, now. So if the matrix is a square matrix, we have diagonal elements or principal elements. So which elements are called diagonal elements? A11, A22, A33. So these elements are called diagonal elements. So the diagonal elements are present in square matrix. So next definition is, so square matrix after diagonal matrix. So next one is diagonal matrix. So first one is row matrix. The matrix contains only one row is called row matrix. Next, the matrix contain only one column is column matrix. So the number of rows not equal to number of columns is called rectangular matrix. The number of rows is equal to number of columns is called square matrix. So next one is diagonal elements. So diagonal elements means A11, A22, A33 and A44, these all elements are called diagonal elements or principal elements. So the diagonal elements present only in square matrix. So next one is definition is diagonal matrix. So in a square matrix, so diagonal matrix means in a square matrix diagonal elements are present and remaining all elements become 0. Okay na? Diagonal elements are present and remaining all elements 0, or other than diagonal elements remaining elements are 0 is called diagonal matrix. For example, 1 0 0 0 4 0 0 0 6. So other than diagonal elements remaining all elements 0 is called diagonal matrix. So next sixth one, trace of a matrix. So next definition is trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix means the sum of the diagonal elements is called trace of a matrix. It is denoted by tau. So this is trace of a matrix. For example, A equal to -1 0 1 0 2 -1 0 3 4. Suppose this is a square matrix. In a square matrix, the sum of the diagonal elements is called trace of a matrix. Now trace of this matrix is equal to -1 plus 2 plus 4 equal to 6 minus 1 equal to 5. So trace of this matrix value is 5. So this is definition of trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix means sum of the diagonal elements. Sum of the diagonal elements is called trace of a matrix. Next, seventh one, scalar matrix. Next one, scalar matrix. In a square matrix, other than non-diagonal elements, 0 and the diagonal elements are equal. All diagonal elements are equal and remaining all elements other than diagonal elements are 0, then that matrix is called scalar matrix. For example, 3 0 0 0 3 0 0 0 3. So all diagonal elements equal and remaining all elements 0 is called scalar matrix. So the order is 3 by 3. Next, unit matrix or identity matrix. Next one, unit matrix or identity matrix, it is denoted by I. Means all diagonal elements equal to 1. Unit means 1. All diagonal elements 1 and other than diagonal elements, non-diagonal elements is equal to 0 is called unit matrix or identity matrix. It is denoted by I. Suppose you write 1 0 0 1. So, it is a square matrix. These two are diagonal elements equal to 1, remaining element 0 is called unit matrix or identity matrix. This is I 2 by 2. Suppose I 3 by 3, identity matrix with 3 by 3 order is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So, if the diagonal elements equal to 1 is called unit matrix. This is also called scalar matrix because all elements equal. So, if all diagonal elements equal either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, that is called scalar matrix. So, unit or identity matrix means all the diagonal elements is equal to 1 and non-diagonal elements all 0 is called unit matrix. It is denoted by I. So, next null matrix or zero matrix. Null matrix or zero matrix means in a square matrix or rectangular matrix all elements is equal to 0 is called zero matrix. So, this is order 2 by 2 zero matrix. So, null matrix or zero matrix means in a matrix all elements is equal to 0 is called null matrix or zero matrix. Next we have two triangular matrices here. One is upper triangular and another one is lower triangular. So, these two definitions are very important. So, first one is upper triangular matrix. So, first one is upper triangular matrix means the diagonal upper elements are above elements. Above the diagonal elements are present and below the diagonal elements all equal to 0. Listen carefully. Above the diagonal elements are present. Per means above. Above the diagonal elements are present and below the diagonal elements are equal to 0 is called upper triangular matrix. Suppose this is 1 2 3 0 4 5 0 0 6. So, this is 3 by 3 matrix. Observe here, this is diagonal elements, these all are. Above the diagonal elements all are present and here below the diagonal elements is equal to 0 is called upper triangular matrix. Again we have another definition in mathematically how to represent it. Suppose in a square matrix Aij equal to 0, here I value is greater than j, then that matrix is called upper triangular matrix. Means in a matrix Aij values 0. Which Aij value 0? When the I value is greater than j. So, in these three elements I value is greater than j, these three elements become 0 is called upper triangular matrix. So, we can write the definition in mathematically like this. In a square matrix, the elements of Aij equal to 0 where I is greater than j, then that matrix is called upper triangular matrix. You can write in words simply the above the diagonal elements present and below the diagonal elements is equal to 0 is called upper triangular matrix. Next, similarly we have lower triangular matrix, that is 11th one. Lower triangular matrix means below the diagonal elements present, below the diagonal elements present and above the diagonal elements equal to 0. Below the diagonal elements present and above the diagonal element 0 is called lower triangular matrix. Mathematically, we can represent the definition of lower triangular matrix is, in a square matrix the elements Aij equal to 0 where I value is less than j. So, in these three elements I value is less than j, so here form a triangle. So, this is called lower triangular matrix. So, upper triangular matrix means above the diagonal elements present and below the diagonal elements is equal to 0 is called upper triangular matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix means below the diagonal elements are present and above the diagonal elements is equal to 0 is called lower triangular matrix. So, upper triangular matrix Aij is equal to 0 and I is greater than j. In lower triangular matrix Aij is equal to 0 where I is less than j. So, these are called upper and lower triangular matrices. So, next equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. So, when two matrices are equal, suppose if A comma B are two matrices and are said to be a equal matrices, then their order is same. First one is order is equal, and second one is corresponding elements also equal. Corresponding elements also same, order same and corresponding elements same, then that matrices are called equal matrices. For example, A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this is order 2 rows 3 column, this is 2 by 3 order, and similarly B is equal to also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this one order is also 2 by 3 and the corresponding elements A11 here B11. So, first row first element equal to here also first row first element. First row first element of first matrix is equal to first row first column element of B matrices, second matrices. So, the corresponding elements equal and the order also same, then A and B are equal matrices. Means suppose if we have A elements A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, and here B also we have B11, B12, B13, B21, B22, B23. Now Aij is equal to Bij, means A11 is equal to B11, A12 is equal to B12, and so on. A23 equal to B23, means his order is 2 by 3, here also 2 by 3. So, if the two matrices having equal order and the corresponding elements also equal, then that matrix is called equal matrices. Next, sum of two matrices. Next one, sum of two matrices. If A comma B are two matrices are said to be, sum of two matrices is denoted by A plus B. Sum of two matrices is denoted by A plus B. So, when the two matrices we are going to place, if the two matrices order is same, and second one is sum of corresponding elements, sum of corresponding elements. So, then that matrix is equal to sum of the matrices. Suppose here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and here 3 minus 2, 6, 7 minus 1 minus 4. So, this is A and B. If A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 2 by 3 order, and here B also 3 minus 2, 6, 7 minus 1 minus 4. 7 minus 1 minus 4. So, this is also order 2 by 3. If two matrices having same order. Now, how to find sum of two matrices? Simple, it is equal to sum of corresponding elements. So, here A11 plus B11, 1 plus 3, and here 2 plus of minus 2. Next 3 plus 6, and here 4 plus 7, and here 5 plus of minus 1, here 6 plus of minus 4. So, A plus B is equal to 1 plus 3 4, 2 minus 2 0, 3 plus 6 9, 4 plus 7 11, 5 minus 1 4, 6 minus 4 2. So, this is sum of two matrices. So, in matrices, sum of matrices, if A plus B is equal to B plus A plus B value is equal to B plus A, means the matrix sum of matrix is satisfied. This is associative property. Sorry, this is closure property. Next, it satisfies associative property, means suppose if we have three matrices, A plus of B plus C is equal to A plus B of plus C. So, it satisfies associative property also. So, sum of matrices satisfy closure property and associative property. So, A plus B is equal to B plus A. Sum of matrices means if the order is same and sum of corresponding elements. If order is not equal, the sum of two matrices does not exist. So, next scalar multiple. Scalar multiplication of matrices. So, next one, scalar multiple. If A is a matrices, and any scalar k, then scalar multiple of matrices is denoted by k into A, means the scalar multiple each and every element of A matrices. Scalar multiple of matrices means suppose if A is any matrices and k is a scalar, the scalar multiple of matrices denoted by k into A means, for example, suppose this is A 1 2 minus 3 4. So, let us consider suppose k value is equal to 2. Now, scalar multiple means 2A. So, 2A means 2 into 1 2 minus 3 4. So, scalar multiple means the scalar value multiple each and every element of matrices, means here 2 into 1 2, 2 into 2 4, 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8. So, this is scalar multiple of matrices. Next, Next, matrix multiplication. Matrix multiplication. How to multiply two matrices? If suppose A matrix is A ik of m by n order and B is B kj n by p order. So after multiply AB we get C matrices, that is Cij of m by p. Okay na. So here C is equal to summation k equal to 1 to n Aik into Bkj. So this is C matrix. Okay na. Suppose this is matrix A of Aik m by n order, here Bkj n by p order. So next, after multiply these two matrices we get C matrices, that is Cij of m by p. So what is the condition here? Means if two matrices are multiplied, suppose A comma B are two matrices, we multiply these two matrices, the number of elements of first row of first matrix. Listen carefully. Number of elements of first row of first matrix is equal to number of elements of first column of second matrix. So when two matrix multiplication is possible, number of elements of first row of first matrix. So how many elements are present in first row of first matrix, that all elements is exact equal to number of elements of first column of second matrix. So at the time only the matrix multiplication is possible. For example, suppose here A matrix is there, 1 2 3 4 5 6. See here, number of elements in first row of first matrix is 3 elements. Now take it as here B 1 3 minus 1 2 3 4, here 1 5 3. Take it as simple matrices. So here in first column of second matrix, how many elements? 3 elements. Here first row elements, 3 elements. So these 3 elements, here also 3 elements. So first matrix first row number of elements is equal to first column of second matrix element equal. Now matrix multiplication is possible. Now AB is equal to, how to multiply? So this total row elements multiple with column, first column, 1 into 1 1 and add, plus 2 5s are 10 plus 3 3s are 9. So this one is order is 2 by 3. Next here order is 3 by 2. So 3 3 get cancelled. Now our result matrix after multiplication, our result matrix is 2 by 2. So here also see here n cancel, after we get m by p here, resultant matrix order. So here also resultant matrix order is 2 by 2. Okay. Next, first row first column completed. Next, first row with the second column, 1 3 is 3 plus 2 2 is 4 plus 3 4 is 12. Next, second row again first column, 4 1 is 4 plus 5 5 is 25 plus 6 3 is 18. completed. Next, second row, second column, 4 3s are 12 plus 5 2s are 10 plus 6 4s are 24. Now AB is equal to 10 plus 9 19 plus 1 20, 12 plus 4 16 plus 3 19. Next, 25 18 here, 20 38 43 plus 4 47. Next, 12 16 36. So this is resultant matrix C, that is summation k equal to 1 to n a I k into b k j. So after multiply this we get this equation. Okay. So this is the resultant matrices. So when the matrix multiplication is possible, number of elements of first row of first matrix is equal to number of elements of first column of second matrix. So at the time only the matrix multiplication is possible. So the number of elements of first row elements not equal to number of elements of first column of second matrix, then matrix multiplication is does not exist. So today's session is completed. If you have any doubt, call my number. I will clarify your doubts. Take care. Bye bye.